All right, awesome. So let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is launch your Visual Studio Code. So launch your Visual Studio Code. I have mine in the taskbar right now. Launching my Visual Studio Code. Prepare a directory and where your project will be. So let's prepare a directory and where we're gonna place the project in. If you're using PC, the shortcut is Control-K-O, and it will pop up to where you need to save it. So you open the folder. But let me just show you and where you need to go. Just go on File, Open Folder. We're gonna put it in desktop just for the demonstration. Put it in the desktop. What we're gonna call it? New file. All right. So what we're gonna call it? We'll just name it Mini. All right. Okay. Let's just name it Mini App. But I'm just gonna name it Mini App 2, just for the sake of the demonstration. I'm naming it Mini App 2. All right. Okay, so once you have your directory prepared, once the folder is already created, what you're gonna need to do is now install. You're gonna need to install the MiniKit 2. So the MiniKit 2 is this amazing SDK framework that Base has created, and it's super cool. You don't really have to know what's going on behind the scenes. Just know that it's all done and prepared for you. I don't need Copilot, so I'm just gonna cancel this. I don't need Copilot. All right. Okay, so once I have all that set up, you could use the documentation. By the way. Base has a whole documentation on how to run your and start your mini app. So I'm just gonna do a quick start. So basically, you're gonna start with the command. So npx create on-chain mini. All right. So npx create on-chain mini, but at the same time, make sure you have your node installed. So npx create. So create on-chain mini. All right. So once you do that, we're installing the MiniKit app into this directory, right? Okay. So once you do that, it starts to install. You have it pop up. So MiniKit powered by on-chain kit. So what this really means is that the MiniKit is seamlessly integrating with the on-chain kit. Seamlessly integrating. So you have all this components from the on-chain kit being brought to you via the MiniKit, via the create MiniKit command. So you still have the same functionalities and components you would use on the on-chain kit could also be used in the MiniKit. Put two and two together. I'm making sense, right? All right. So now, what would be the project name? What would be your mini app name? So what we could do is we could call it Hello World. All right, since we're just testing it out. So I'm just gonna name it Hello World just for the sake of testing it out. This here, you're gonna need a CDP. You're gonna need a Coinbase developer platform API key. You could get this by making an account. I did mention that in the prerequisites that you would need that, but it's optional, so you don't really have to have it if you want to. But you would need it whenever you were trying to connect a wallet. Whenever you need to have connect wallet functionalities. I'm not mentioning connect wallet. Okay, so Coinbase developer. All right, so you will need to you could sign in and have a developer account. I already have a developer account, but I won't sign in because I just want to give an overview and clarity on how you get this MiniKit running. All right. So I'm just gonna skip that. I normally share data. I'm like, yes, please. I'm willing to share in order to make it improve. In order to make the MiniKit improve, I'm willing to share my data. All right. So that's done. You have the MiniKit well configured. All right. But then how do we know if the MiniKit is really configured? I'm just gonna clear my terminal there. So just clear. Sorry. All right. So what you're gonna need to do is. This is one thing developers are going crazy about. This is why you're stressing. Please always make sure that you're in the right directory. CD into. So change your directory. You could see that I'm not in the right directory. I'm in the mini app 2. I'm in the wrong directory. So we have to be in the right directory. That's my project root directory. The hello world is where the MiniKit is actually installed, right? So I'm going to cd into that directory, all right? That's really important. This is why. Okay, so once I cd into that directory, remove what's the keyboard doing? All right, so once I do that, I'm going to need to do an npm install since I want to run this web app on the browser to understand that my MiniKit is actually installed. So I want to run the command npm run dev, but I can't do that until I do npm install. So I want to install npm into my project root directory. All right, so npm install. It's going to take some time. It depends with your internet, but we have all the patience in the world. All right, so once that's loading up, we just wait until the npm is installed into the project directory. Awesomeness. So like I explained, the Mini app is a lightweight web application, and these lightweight web applications can be interacted on TBA. It could be interacted with the Farcast and Farcast to be specific, and you could use it to do super amazing things like create games, create amazing social apps, create amazing utilities that people could use. And what the MiniKit is actually doing is it's wrapping your light web application into this wrapper that could make it more have components that could fit into the frames of the Farcast or the base app, so that it's easier to interact and see your app in a very responsive layout, to be specific. So you're just wrapping this and putting it all in a certain good alignment that could actually be viewed on the screen, or if it's be viewed inside the base app, and it's resized in a very responsive design. Talking about the Mini app, so I have done an amazing Mini app, right? It's called Emoji XO. Check it out. I will leave a link in the description below to where you people could actually try out my Emoji XO. Tell me what you think about it, and let's connect. If you have some amazing ideas we could collaborate with, we could build together, and at the same time we could grow together. So let's stay based, be based, and let's do this. Let's keep building. All right. So awesome. My npm is done. All right. So my npm is done. I could clear this. I just don't like to see so many stuff on my screen. So I like to clear stuff. All right, so once that is done, I cleared it. Nothing changed, I just cleared that, but it's still, the npm is inside my application. It's inside. All right, so once that is installed, I just say an npm run dev so that I want to see if the MiniKit is actually running, is actually inside. It will give me a link to my local host on where I could actually see it, you know? All right, let's see it. It's right there, so it has to pop up. If we installed the MiniKit successfully, I should see a template of the Mini app pop up, all right? All this is in the base documentation on a quick start guide on how to start up your Mini app. All right, perfect. It's on the screen. You could see it right there. It's on the screen. So the MiniKit is actually installed. You could connect your wallet. You have those components. This is a simple to do. Make hello world app. All right. So this comes with it comes within the MiniKit too. So this is just a template, and you could change this and put your mini app there. All right. So that's just a confirmation that the MiniKit is actually working and is perfectly configured and installed. Awesome. What is the next step, Astro Martian? You ask. All right, let's continue. So this is the next step. Go back to your Visual Studio Code. Control C just to go back to default settings. All right. Okay, so once you do that, what you want to do is launch it to Vercel. Okay, so launch it to Vercel. so that you could test it out. And you need to, why that is important. Let me just explain why Vercel is important. You will be given a URL, and that URL is really important because in your environment, you want to come and replace your main URL that Vercel is going to give you, and you're going to put it right there, and it will all come to make sense once we just do it. All right, so here we go. I also like to keep track. Of you should always just keep track of how the workflow is going. All right. Okay. So when we go back to the documentation, how do we launch it to Vercel in order to get that URL? So when you use the documentation, you understand that it says install Vercel command line interface, and you copy that. This is the code to install Vercel. I have already installed Vercel. So I have already used this command, by the way. So caution in this tutorial, you're going to need to set up a Vercel account and log into your Vercel and make sure that this is configured, all right? I will have a separate tutorial for this. Apologies, because I have already installed my Vercel, so I'm only going to use this command. I'm going to deploy it. So once that is done, I'm going back there, all right? And I'm just going to say Vercel, all right? So it says, do you want to set up a deployment for this? I'm saying yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so once that is done, it's gonna ask which project I'm gonna use my. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my account. And it's Capesa. Is this linked to an existing project? No, this is something new. What's the project name? Yes, it is Hello World. It is Hello World. That's what we're calling it. All right. Yes, it's under this location, my root directory. Awesome. Do you want to modify the settings? Nope. I'm comfortable with whatever you're giving me. I'm comfortable with that. So no. What is the default deployment protection settings? Vercel authentication standard protection. I'm all right. We will go with the standard protection services. I trust you, Vercel. All right. So now we have it deploying. So now I could see the progress of my deployment on this production link right here. So I'm just going to click there and go see it. Authentication done. Authenticated. All right. So deployment is building, but I do want to see what's happening. So what you could do is just click on view build. All right. So once it's on view build, you could actually see more about details. You could go down here. Don't be scared. This is just warnings. There's no build failure. It's just warnings. It's all comfortable. It's just resolving certain things that could tell you, okay, certain dependencies are like unresolved or deprecated. But it's all right. We could ignore that. So it's now creating an optimized production build. Fingers crossed, we need to make sure that the production build is okay. Okay, so here, heads up again. This is another thing I'm actually spotting out in the development stage of the mini app. So usually when you deploy your mini app to Vercel, what's happening is that people are not actually taking caution of whether the app is actually in production. If you've deployed it in production, in a production environment, or it's just deployed on a building or just a build on a build stage. But like you really want to make sure that your environment is on production, so that even the URL you're using is actually a production URL, then you don't have things twisted or things messed up. So you really want to make sure that you're deploying in a production environment. That's if you're bullish and ready to say that, all right, here we go, have it. But if you want to still be in a build testing stage, there's no problem. You shouldn't deploy it to production. You can still just test it out and make sure that, all right, my build is successful. I'll have more details about that in a basic tutorial. In this intermediate tutorial, I will try to keep things a little bit short just to make sure that the video sticks with the overview. All right. The build is ready and it was deployed, and this is the domain I'm looking for. You seen it? You seen it? So this is really important because when we're dealing with Farcast, you're gonna see why this is important. So when I test this out, can we see it? Can we see it? Is it actually working here? Okay, back hello world. It's actually, so the domain is there. You could actually see it right there. All right. So I'm gonna need this. All right. So the build was ready. We could go back to Vercel. All right. Once we're back here, what we're gonna need to do is now prepare the manifest. Because if you want your app to be used in Farcast has something called Farcast manifest, and with that, you're gonna need a Farcast. You're gonna need to initiate developer mode in your Farcast account. I'm gonna have a separate tutorial on that. If this video gives me 200 views, I'm gonna have a separate video on that. So you're gonna need a Farcast developer mode, and it's super easy to set it up. I just need a separate video on how to have that ready. Okay, so just go to your Farcast. Fingers crossed. I think I'm already logged in. All right, yes, I am. All right, so once you have your Farcast there, what you're going to need to do is be on your developer. So here, embed to, all right? So on your URL, you're going to need to use the same project URL, your Vercel project URL. This will tell you if the manifest is actually connected or not. So the manifest, basically what is happening, what is this manifest, and what is this manifest doing? They're using more like a DNS concept. So the manifest produces a file called the Farcast.json, a Farcast.json file, and this file contains this metadata of your mini app, and it has to match. It has to match the signature that will be given to you once you sign, and the signature that will be placed in your mini app in the code base. So it has to match in order to have ownership, in order to verify ownership. So it's kind of like a DNS concept for my developers doing it working. You understand what I mean? So in another tutorial, I'll try to break down that concept in order to have people understand what I mean. But yeah, so this is the embed to, and this embed to actually allows us to test if the manifest is actually installed. All right. So how do we get the manifest in our app? So we go back to Vercel, all right? Then please utilize the documentation. Take your time, utilize it. So when we go to the documentation, you find that there's a point in which there's a terminal and it says creating the manifest, all right? So when you want to create the manifest, you're going to use this command here. So it's npx create on-chain manifest. We want to create a manifest, and so what we do is it's simple. So we go back to our code. I'm just gonna clear this. I apologize, but this is the last time I'm gonna clear something. I just don't like to see so much on my terminal. All right. So we're gonna say npx and say create so I create on-chain manifest. All right, just to make sure that we have that right. Okay, so create on-chain manifest, click enter. It should pop up a screen like this. Immediately you put that code into your terminal. It should pop up a screen like this. So I'm going back to emphasize on something that people shouldn't miss out. So like I said, everything you're doing should make sure you're in the right directory. Please make sure you're in the right project directory, or you might be installing certain dependencies in the wrong directory. It's gonna mess up your project structure. So project structure is really important. If you don't get your project structure right, you're gonna mess up. So always make sure you're in the right project directory whenever you're dealing with installing dependencies or trying to install certain things, all right? So thank you for listening to that. Okay, so back to, you're gonna need the wallet part. So a lot of wallet part is kind of confusing to a lot of people. What's really happening is this, understand this. The Farcast has certain, you need to migrate your Farcast into a certain wallet. What's the term? The custodian, like the certain wallet that can have your Farcast inside that in order to scan this. So usually when you look at the Coinbase wallet or other types of wallets, and you find that the key phrases in order to migrate something is 12 keyword phrases, and please don't share them to anybody. Keep them to yourself. All right. So now, here's the thing. I'm using MetaMask because MetaMask can hold Farcast inside itself, if that's making sense, and it could act as the wallet for my Farcast. So you're gonna need to use a Farcast. So you're gonna need to use a certain wallet that could hold that. So MetaMask is my recommendation, if that makes sense. So use MetaMask. And how do you do that? So what you're gonna do is go to your Farcast mobile app settings, go to your advanced, and get your recovery phrase. Get that recovery phrase, and in your MetaMask, log in using the recovery phrase for your Farcast, and boom, you got it. So when I click connect, my MetaMask is already connected, so it's okay. It's okay. I don't need to use my phone. It's connected. So that's my MetaMask. All right. So now remember that domain I was talking about, right? I hope you remember that. We go back and get it. All right. So this domain right here, the one that the Vercel gave us, we get it. All right. So once we place it there, understand this. If I say sign, this will automatically change in my environment variables. It will automatically change everything. It will actually give the signed variables will be taken to my environment variable file inside my project. It will automatically do that. All right. So do not worry about copying and pasting. Immediately just go back to your environment variable. You're going to find your signatures and all the variables already prepared for you. So when I say sign, you need to be on your MetaMask or whatever wallet you're using and click sign on your mobile device. All right. So when I say sign, you click there and you want to agree. Okay, you got it? Awesome. So once you do that, I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my food and I'm going to do that. All right. So you have to click sign and all that. All right, so once you've clicked signed, you have the mini app manifest granted to you successfully. It's generated successfully. All right, so you don't need to copy this. Let me show you. Okay, so you've seen this, right? These variables right here. You go back to your VS Code, and you're gonna find them already placed for you. All right, so it's fine. You could close this window. All right. So now the manifest is done. The manifest is done. By the way, let's just grab that URL too. That URL. Where is it? Okay, that official URL. We don't need this localhost. Okay. So that official URL. Okay. Grab this official URL. Then what you're going to need to do is this. Okay. Go back to your environment. Paste it. Oh, it's right. It's already done, right? It's already done. Look at that. It's already done, right there. It's already placed. It's already placed. Look how smooth that is. The URL is already placed. All right. So other things you could also see that you're gonna ask me, Asher Martian, what's really happening? What is the icon? What is the description? What is all this environment variables? So this is just the metadata of your app. It's the metadata of what Farcast is going to be reading. All right. So this here allows us to have your app needs to have a splash screen. That is a metadata that's really important. An icon, a URL, and all that stuff. And all that can be found in the public file. Okay. So you could replace that, put them in the public file, and you find all that right there, ready for you to replace, and all that size, and following the right size prerequisites and all that. All right. Back to the environment variable. All right. So here's how we do things. So once we have all that done, is that we need to redeploy it again. We need to redeploy it back to Vercel. But okay, so I'm just gonna say Vercel again. Okay, so I'm just gonna say Vercel. So why am I redeploying it back to Vercel? I'm just trying to double check, trying to make sure that everything goes back. Every time you install a dependency, you just wanna redeploy it. But then at the same time, then after this, I'm gonna show you how to set up your environment variable on Vercel. So just redeploy it to Vercel by just using the Vercel command. All right. So like I said, the preview you could go see it right there. Open, please. Okay, so we could cancel this tab here, we could cancel this tab here, and just remain with this tab. And I want to see the view build. All right. Fingers crossed. We need to hit the green light right there. Okay. Do you remember when I said that sometimes you will be deploying something and it won't be in a production environment? And look at this. We're on a preview environment. We need to be in production, but we're in preview. So take cautions about that. Make sure that you're always in production so that you officially have your app on official use cases. You understand what I mean? Official use cases. Okay. Just making sure everything is okay. So we're deploying our outputs, build completed. Okay, so it says build completed here. Back to Vercel. Our build is ready. Okay. So it's on preview environment. All right, so we could preview it. It's also on pre-production. So we have to make sure it's like on production. You understand what I mean? So it's on production. Go back to the overview. Go back to the overview. All right. Okay. Just to make sure, okay, it's showing up. All right, so should we test if the manifest is actually connected to the mini app? All right. Okay, here we go. So if we look at this, invalid must be, okay, this is other errors. All right, so awesome. Okay, it's all right. It's just URLs, optional fields can be empty, must be undefined. All right, it's okay. We just missed something. It's all right. But while our caution is on the manifest, is the manifest. Okay, Hello World Polls app does not have a valid manifest. It does not have a valid manifest. It does not have a valid manifest. So how do we solve this? This is what you need to do. All right, so why does it not have a valid manifest? It's simple. If you go to your Vercel, go on settings on your project, right? Go on settings. When you go on your settings, you're going to go into the environment variables. In the environment variable section, all right? In the environment variable sections, you're going to find out that your environment variables are not there. They're not there. They're not hosted. So here's the thing. Farcaster offers to host your manifest for you, but we don't want that. We can manually do it because we're developers, we're builders, we're DevRels, we are based. So what we're going to do is we're going to host our own thing. But how do you do that? How do you do that, Astromotion? Okay, so let me show you how to do it. Go to your, this is how you, okay, I'm going to remove the comments. I'm just going to remove these comments, all right? So we're going to host the manifest. This is the manifest we're hosting, all right? So I'm just ignoring the Redis, but this will help you with notifications. If you want to have notifications in your mini app, you're going to need to use this. But I'm just going to ignore this for now, all right? So I'm just going to copy what's there like this right now, okay? So once we have that, including the Farcaster header, I'm gonna just go back here so that we could come back here later. Go back to the settings here, just paste everything right there, okay? So once that everything is pasted there, all right, just making sure nothing cautious is showing. All right, okay, so this could be ignored. You could do a CI. You could do a CI key value here. You could do, like, here's the Vercel developer hack. You could do CI on the value. You could do CI, and you could do force on the value. So key could be CI, value should be force, and you have these warnings taken out. All right, okay, I'll do that on another tutorial. All right, so there you go. So save that work. Like I told you, every time you put new variables or new dependencies, you're going to need to redeploy. So we're redeploying again, making sure that it's in production this time. All right, so redeploy. Okay, so deployment created successfully. View deployment. Okay, so we have another build. Fingers crossed. This is going to be the last build of the video. Once this is done, what we're going to do is go back to Farcaster and use the manifest 2 again in the developer section and try to test if the manifest is actually connected, if the manifest is actually working. So like I said, the manifest, the Farcast manifest is really important. And thanks to the MiniKit tool, it makes it really easy to manually host your manifest and test it out and making sure that everything is A-OK configured. So it's super cool. It's super cool. So like I said, everything in this video is basically found in the quick start base documentation. It's right there. Take your time. It's right there. You could inbox me for any technical help you would want. I feel free. Like just hit a follow. Follow me at Farcast at AstroMartian, Twitter. That's NS Salak, Instagram, NS Salak, and yeah. So it's your boy NS Salak, Kapesa, AstroMartian, here to help you build your amazing mini apps. All right. So let's round this up. So this is our last build. Fingers crossed, everything works accordingly. I don't even want to have my fingers crossed. I know what I'm doing. It's gonna build. It has to build. It just has to. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm just double checking. Like what's going on. Okay. Creating an optimized production build. All right. So here's the thing with GitHub is that you could make a dedicated repository for your build. You could make a dedicated repository for your project. I mean, all right. So you could make a dedicated repository for your code and connect it to and have it connected to your GitHub account. And you could do changes and version control, all that cool stuff. You're making sure, just in case you want to use AI, if you want to use AI to help you out, there's certain times when AI is on uncool steroids and it just deletes certain features or components of your app and you're pissed off. You could just always go back to a certain version of your project that had that component and you wouldn't need to stress that much. All right, so that's the cool part. And also the other cool part is that the GitHub account also helps you quickly put up certain assets that you would like to be in your project, and you easily it could be easier to upload from that side too. But both ways work. If you want to do directly your VS Code, then straight to Vercel, that's also all right. But your GitHub account is really, I would highly recommend you setting up a GitHub account so that it's seamlessly, your development is seamlessly amazing. It has to be amazing. All right. So my build is ready. All right. So my build is ready. It's all good. It's all good. Deployment completed. All right. So we go back and making sure that we have the URL. Okay. So we get the same URL here. We go back to our developer embed 2, and we test it out again. Okay. Is the manifest set up? Boom. We're done. All is good. The manifest is there. Hello world, all right, is associated with an account. Okay, so it means it's associated with an account. That account being my account is not associated with an account, but it is, all right? So it is associated with an account, but everything is good. Embed valid is there. It's there. The manifest is actually there. You understand what I mean? It's actually there. You could launch this. You could launch it and you could see it on this view screen, all right? You could add an account. Okay, my Farcast account is added. You could see your mini app. You could see your mini app. It's right there. It's working. Everything is good. Everything is good. Okay, so now, like I said, there are other components that the MiniKit provides. So like if you want people to add you add your app, there's that functionality, how to cancel the app, how to send notifications, all that the MiniKit provides. Super cool stuff. And all that is done for you. All you need to use is the right methods and the right functionalities that all could be found in the base documentation, all right? So now, like, I want to make this mini app mine because it keeps saying that it's not associated, but everything is well organized, all right? So I'm just going to say manifest 2, all right? So in the manifest 2 is that I just say manifest 2 and everything is not done. So mini app configured is valid and It's associated with who? It's associated with who? It's associated with my account. So that means we're all good. It's all set up. The manifest is all set up. That's the tutorial of the day. How to set up a Farcast manifest using the MiniKit tool, and how to quickly just have an overview of how the base documentation works. Please share this video, and I hope it gets more than 200 views for me to drop off and to publish more videos. Like this. Stay blessed, stay based, be in the zone, keep developing, let's keep building freedom, creativity, innovation. And what are you doing? Get your TBA ready. Get your TBA ready. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, awesome. So please follow me on Farcaster. That's Astro Martian. Follow me on Twitter at NSSalak and GN.